Alright, you fired up your computer, you're ready to go, and thanks to my big raw speech introduction, and it's time to start learning Illustrator. But step 1 is finding Illustrator on your computer. Open Illustrator, you need to have this product installed in your computer in order to use it. I'm currently on Windows 10 PC. To open Illustrator, click on Start button, search of Illustrator and open it. You will find a nice looking interface of the Illustrator. Now let's open a file in the Illustrator. Let me show you the difference Adobe two primary programs. When you look up the type of artwork they create, fundamentally very different. On the right hand side, here I have a file that was made in Photoshop and saved as PNG, and over on the left I have a file created on the Illustrator and it is still inside of the Illustrator in its raw format. So let's zoom it. Aha, you can see the big difference in two pieces of upfront, right? Our Illustrator one over here on the left is still clean and our PNG over here on the right is all of a sudden rough. This thing is called pixels. Every single image on your screen is just a combination of pixel. Yes, technically what you see on over here is also made of pixels, but the big difference in Photoshop uses pixels to create images, which means as you zoom in into Photoshop or rasterized graphic, you will see box shapes, whereas in Illustrator artwork the file remains in its same form and maintain its shapes in original form. In Illustrator you can zoom in and zoom out and save vector graphics is using mathematical points. If you look at this too on the left, you can see outlines and curves of our artwork. On the right, it's just a square as far as images are pixels. You can move it around and resize it. You can see the huge difference between Illustrator artwork and Photoshop. Vector and Photoshop artwork are two different things you have to understand about Illustrator. Illustrator is all about vector based graphics. Vector based graphics, why do I need to make those vector graphics? Well, guess what, vector graphics are probably the most important graphics in the world. Every major company's logo, every single piece of material you see, every hardware printed t-shirt, almost all of these things are vector graphics. Why? Because vector graphics is a perfect, you can scale to any size and the quality remains the same, and you get lot more flexibility to your design in the Illustrator. According to me, Illustrator is the best tool in the market for editing and creating graphics in a vector format, and that you understand why vector graphics so great, and we have seen how vectors are. The next lesson is all about interface of the Illustrator, and follow along to know more in the next lesson.